In this video, we will talk about how our emotions affect our gut health, and we learn 4 simple steps on how to handle our emotions. The gut and brain look like 2 separate entities, but when we take a closer look, we see that they are connected inseparably. The mind and gut communicate with each other via the vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve that runs from the brainstem all the way to the colon and other vital organs. It is the highway of communication between the brain and the gut. The brain transmits signals to the gut and vice versa. Problems in the gut can cause an imbalance in the mind, and the worried mind can create stress, causing an imbalance in the gut. So when looking at gut problems like diarrhea, bloating, gastric reflux, and constipation, we need not only to look at the physical body and food, but also at the role of our emotions. Emotions such as happiness, sadness, anger, joy, anxiety, fear, jealousy, and frustration can all affect your gut. The word emotion means energy in motion. Emotions can be experienced as energy moving through the body. Depending on the type of emotion, it can flow quickly or more slowly. And emotions like passion, love, gratitude, they flow quicker than emotions like shame, guilt, and depression. And the quicker the emotion flows through the body, the more emotion there is and the better you feel. When experiencing many slowly flowing emotions or when suppressing emotions, the energy can get stuck. You can see it as a straw. A suppressed emotion is a clot in a straw. The longer it is suppressed, the bigger the clot is going to get, until there is no fluid coming through it at all. When emotions get stuck in the body, in time it can give physical complaints, presenting itself in smaller things like constipation. But when ignored, your body can start having bigger symptoms, and you may eventually end up with colon cancer. It is like the flashing red light on your dashboard. You know something is wrong, but instead of finding what it is, you cover the light pretending nothing is wrong. So, we need to start listening better to our body and the red lights it gives. But how do we do that? Firstly, we can look at our language, which kind of already gives it away. A lump in your throat, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, have no stomach for something, a knot in your stomach, butterflies in your stomach. You see that emotions are associated with our body and our organs. You cannot separate one from the other. The liver processes toxins, but also anger. Do you have liver problems? Then what anger is it that you have suppressed? Do you have ear problems? What is it that you do not want to hear? Do you suffer from constipation? What are you holding on to? What is it that you cannot let go? We can often take our symptoms more literally than we think. This thermograph again reflects which regions in our body show increased activity, the warm colors, or decreased activity, the cool colors, when feeling an emotion. Now we know that our gut and brain are connected and communicate with each other, and we learned that emotions can get stuck in our body. But why do they get stuck in the first place? Why is it we are so used to suppressing emotions? This is what most of us unconsciously learn. In the first 7 years of our life, we learn on autopilot. You pick up new things super fast from the people around you and the situations that present itself. Impactful emotional experiences from the first 7 years are stored in your brain called the amygdala. Let me give you an example of how this works. Imagine, you are feeling really proud riding your new green bicycle you got for your 6th birthday, and suddenly you feel yourself touch the ground. Oh, that hurts, so you start to cry, and your dad comes up to you and says, "Don't cry. Big boys don't cry. Be strong." So you try to stop crying and store this in your amygdala. You have learned to be strong and not cry. You would say, well, that is so long ago. Why would that still matter? Everything we learn between our 1st and 7th year are the programs we play every single day. It is our subconscious. We think with our conscious mind, but our subconscious is active 97% of the day. 97% of the day. So if then you learn to suppress your urge to cry, you probably still do so in situations that present itself today. It is like being your 6-year-old self again, suppressing the urge to cry and be strong for your father. That is why we suppress our emotions, and that is why they can get stuck. Crying is a way of releasing the stress from a traumatic situation, whether something small like falling off your new green bicycle or grieving over someone you love. Other ways to release stress are shaking your body, dancing, running, singing, breathing deeply, and even burping and farting. These are all ways to let the energy flow again, so nothing gets stuck. As an example, I cannot tolerate gluten, and when I eat gluten, my body reacts by crying hysterically and shaking uncontrollably. And afterwards, I always feel much better. So you might think that may be all nice, but how do I express my emotions? With this following powerful exercise, you learn to handle your emotions in a productive way, using 4 simple steps. I call it the CARR Method. If you want, you can close your eyes and do the exercise with me. Step 1. Check. What emotion do you feel? Step 2. Accept. Accept the emotion as it is without judging it. It is not good nor bad. It is just there right now. It is there for a reason. Where do you feel it in your body? Be with your emotion. Thank it for being there. Step 3. Reflect. What does the emotion want to tell you? Be curious. Feel and see if you can find the source. Step 4. Release. When you are ready, release the emotion. Can you release it? Feel it going through your body all the way into the earth. If you cannot yet release it, is there someone you need to forgive first? Do you need to forgive yourself or someone else? Do you have to talk to someone in order to be able to release your emotion? Do what is needed in order to release the emotion and let the energy flow again. You may open your eyes again. And how do you feel? Practice the CARR method every day and feel the difference.